Companies like Tesla and Amazon and Google, and I would put Apple in this category too, but many, many others. Um, Chase and Walgreens, located where I am. Headquarters are in Deerfield, where I grew up. I used to skateboard in their parking lot ramp and smash into the walls going down the parking lot. Um, have created havoc in our economy in the United States. And what I think is exciting about it is we're going to really focus this year on opportunities for entrepreneurs to start picking away at the carcass. That's how I'm seeing it. And I'm already doing this. We're doing it as a family as well. And we found the right alternatives, and they're sprouting up in almost every industry. I think every industry eventually, including local government. I'm seeing our local government completely shift its mentality. It's going to take a while, but not that long, I don't think. And I've got strategies for getting business away from Amazon, away from Tesla, away from Google, away from Chase. There's some great companies out there right now. Capital One's doing amazing things, and a lot of you see it on LinkedIn. They say ex Amazon, and I'm like, yeah. Thrive has put together some incredible e-commerce platform. It's less money, it's better quality, and they know what they're doing, and they understand retail. And Amazon doesn't. It's not a retail company. They don't understand retail, the retail business. So Thrive, I think, is going to thrive. We also see this with Grove Collective. So we switched to Grove Collective. We switched to Thrive. We switched to Instacart. We're seeing this on Instacart. These are Amazon killers over time. And they're flat-footed, and there's nothing they can do about it because they're in old technology. Same with Target, same with Walmart now. They got the technology right at Walmart, but Walmart strips out the quality of the product, and they negotiate. Sam's Club as well. They negotiate with the manufacturer, and they put out an inferior quality product. It used to be less money. It's not anymore. And that's the opportunity. We're saving money by going to better companies. Instacart gets delivery. Amazon doesn't. They don't know how to deliver packages anymore, and they don't know how to service their business infrastructure because they don't demonstrate that they care. The intent is only part of the equation. The impact is what matters. That's what gets measured, and the impact is the legacy. So instead of building a better automobile, Tesla built an infrastructure that's ruining the car industry, and people are not going to stand for it. The consumer is going to switch, and it hurts consumers. And now, due to the antics of its founder, they killed the brand with higher end consumers. And I'm watching these new car forms roll into the market. And once people realize Tesla is selling Tesla like a subscription to an iPhone where it's planned obsolescence because the technology just changes constantly. And then your car in a year is it's worth, and they don't even have to support it in their dealer network. And nobody can work on the Tesla. It's a closed loop system, and they want to put in their own gas stations, essentially. Good luck. And the track record shows you what's going to happen. So this has been the track record for all of these big money entrepreneurs and bankers for a long time. And if you look at the legacy of AOL, of PayPal, of it's a long list of internet, what's it called? I can't even remember because nobody uses it anymore. Firefox. Um, these are companies that lost in the market, but the financial engineering worked for the people who were building to sell. And we're getting to a point now where let them do it and win in the marketplace. So we're going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on that strategies, and I will continue to bring people into the fold here as we launch this, what I'm calling the entrepreneur content machine, into the marketplace. So I'll not only share how to survive in reaction to the Tesla crazy, but realize that as technology founder mode has failed as a model in Silicon Valley, how to find your own way with flexible founder mode, win in the market and avoid getting stuck inside these closed loop systems like Apple has now that hurt your own chances to succeed as an entrepreneur. And I talked about some strategies yesterday with Amazon of how to use their algorithm, use their marketplace, use their market visibility to showroom your book, to showroom your product, and they won't have any of the data because you're not doing any checkouts in their system because you're going to price it higher. And this is not a how-to manual. You figure it out because your expertise in grocery and in book publishing, in whatever it is, in home appliances, is going to give you the competitive advantage. And I can't give you that information. You already know. And they have algorithmic dynamic, what's called dynamic pricing models. And I saw this in the hotel industry years ago, where I worked at the front desk of the Omni Georgetown Hotel, and they did yield management pricing too. Same as Amazon's doing online now, and Target, all of them. So the prices are higher or lower or in the middle. And as the scarcity comes, the prices go up, and it's all done automatically. So nobody can trust them because they're not trustworthy. Doesn't matter what their intent is. They're not trustworthy. We all know that. As trustworthy alternatives emerge, they're going to win. My thinking is use their platform. So as Google delivers the worst possible quality leads and product experiences, not only for the consumer, but in the marketplace, period, win by using their platform because they've already built the audience. But don't try to win on Google because that's not necessary. And if you use their ad system the way it's designed, you're going to lose because the marketer is going to win that has the deepest pockets now and the worst content, because the worst product at the end is winning now on Google. And we all know this. But there's many ways, and we're going to work on them throughout the year on not how to take it down, but how to use it to your advantage. And I would say the same for any marketing platform of any kind, where the product is the data and the free content and the engagement that those who have built on top of those systems, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn's a little different because it's owned by Microsoft, which is a super high quality company. So I think LinkedIn fully understands what I'm talking about here based on the impact they're making. YouTube does not. YouTube's not going away, but we can use it to our advantage if you're careful. Now, YouTube will cancel you if you try to take people off it with checkouts. I think that's what happened to me. I was canceled for a year, and they put a scarlet letter on me too. And it was, this user has been permanently banned. That was shown publicly in relation to my brand. And then they popped the channel back up a year later. I just had no communication back from them about anything, any of this, any appeals, except they just took it down. I don't care. However, if your product is built on YouTube, you don't have a business. You have a business, but you don't have a real product. You have you're part of their product. Use it to your advantage. And we'll have a lot of systems and approaches where you won't need it. You won't need Facebook, you won't need YouTube, you won't need Instagram, you won't need TikTok, but you'll use it to meet people. And it's not driving them into your funnel. That's it's not a funnel. It's a here's my better thing. You want to buy it? Or do you want to partner with me? In my case, it's you want to buy it, or do you want to partner with us, or do you want to make money based on what we have on the Entrepreneur Experience platform campus? That's flexible founder mode because that's the way I wanted to do it. Because I don't want to sell or market or prospect anymore, because I've been studying that since I was 17 years old. So this project began when I was 17. I didn't know that, but it did. It's exciting. And a lot of these people are already supporting us. And I think LinkedIn is, and I want to give LinkedIn credit, and I think it's Bill Gates. You know, it really goes back to Bill Gates. You think about Bill Gates, he evolved. Jeff Bezos didn't. Elon Musk certainly didn't. And Mark Zuckerberg is not. He's trying to be popular on his own platform. It's just hilarious. Where's he been? It's a social media platform. You've never been social. Tells you everything you need to know about what it is. And it's based, it's an insecure business model because it's based on advertising revenue. That's not good. Those companies really struggled. If you look at the media networks, the whole industry has been struggling for years. And I think we'll start seeing that happen on these online platforms as they become creaky and old. People don't see it because they're like, well, look, and their revenue went up in billions and billions and billions. I'm like, just look what it is. It doesn't matter. The point is, how do you use it to make money at a low cost? And this is the biggest thing that's happened. This is the biggest thing that's happened. And it's important you understand this. What is the real Tesla nightmare? They're repeating it in AI now. How much money do you guys need to start and run a company and succeed in the market? No one who's ever succeeded permanently with a long-term business success, which none of those people have ever had, by throwing money at it. Doesn't work because you lose the resourcefulness. At the beginning, it's all resourcefulness. Amazon did that. He figured it out, and then he blew it because he didn't evolve. Same with Google. They figured it out, and then they blew it because they didn't evolve. Facebook, I don't think, began with evolution. I don't know what that is. But it won because Zuck is smarter than pretty much everybody in the room. So analytically, he's a rocket science genius. And I don't mean a rocket engineer. I mean a rocket scientist, a Willy Wonka with an original creation that has an impact that leads towards a vulnerable media company. And when you have an installed base that large, where you really aren't making any money from the users, you're very vulnerable. But you got a war chest, and they're investing it in what's next, but without fixing what exists, which never really figured out. They never figured out how to make money. It's all advertising and data products. X is trying to do this. Elon Musk is trying to do this on X, but it's still a data product at the end of the day. They're selling the data out the back end. Grok, and it's very effective, but you can use it yourself. You don't even need to buy the fire hose anymore, or the different versions they have. It may be helpful, but at a certain point, the data market is collapsing because it's too hard to manipulate people now, because we've been manipulated for long enough, and everybody's kind of looking at it and saying, that thing I bought sucks. That Amazon experience at Whole Foods now, wow. They don't even know what basil is. Who people who work there. How'd that happen? We know how it happened. They don't know the grocery business. They don't care. I saw something that blew my mind. Instacart's great. They won. Amazon lost the delivery game. Their delivery service is terrible now. It's just a massive installed base, but the quality is horrible. You can speed that up even more, but at a certain point, people are like, I don't want the drone dropping the package on my. The drone dropped the package, and they're doing this consistently. The guy threw the box on our front porch, the drone from the Amazon, because he's being forced to work so fast. He can't do anything right. And they don't care about the quality because they don't understand the retail business. And they don't understand customer experience. So he threw the box on our front porch. We saw the video. And then they complained. It's almost impossible to get it resolved. You have to spend a half an hour in Amazon's system to figure out how the hell do we resolve this thing, because their technology doesn't work, or they don't care, or they're botting it with AI. I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't matter. I don't care how they do it. It's not working. And the laundry detergent or whatever the hell it was all over the place. That's a good opportunity for somebody to compete. Chewy.com. They love pets. I chat with them. We had 2 dogs and 2 cats. We buy everything from Chewy. Why would we buy anything anywhere else? There's a local store called Pet Supply Plus, which was owned by a bunch of private equity people. And it's a good store, but it's not a consistent brand experience across the whole franchise, but it's a good business. So we'll go there. But Chewy's getting 90% of our pet revenue, which is a lot. You ever bought food for a dog today? Cats, 2 dogs, 2 cats. It's just huge money per household. And people spend a lot on their pets right now. Chewy's nailed it. The customer experience is great. They care about the animals. They're thinking about the customer experience, and the delivery service is good. Although, it's hard to do that because, you can only control the last mile delivery to a home so much. Watch that shift. There's a gig economy of people. They don't want to work for Amazon. And they may not want to drive Uber or Lyft anymore. They may want to work for one of these new companies that's going to treat them well, let them make money. The restaurants don't want to use Grubhub anymore or DoorDash. And those companies don't know how to make money. They never have. They just keep taking money. They're not that profitable. Those are not great companies. They're not good companies. It doesn't make any sense. And the restaurants hate them because they're taking too much of the profit. So we try not to use them because we're trying to support our local restaurants. Now we're going to 3.0. All those companies are 2.0. That's what I see. Tesla's 2.0 electric vehicles. What's 3.0? Well, we'll find out. But it's not Tesla. When the creation cycle is functioning, there's destruction, transition, suspension, and then elevation. So what I'm seeing is these cycles are working differently in every market. But if you look at it at a macro level, now microeconomics is important because you got to look at the specific details. So I'm talking at this big, broad conceptual level. There's a detailed conversation about every single thing where someone who's an expert in grocery, is an expert in book publishing, who's an expert in pets says, no, it's like this. Well, they're not saying no. They're saying yes, and here are the details. So I want to bring those people into the fold here now. The plumbers, the HVACs, the people, the auto mechanics, the e-commerce players that get it. And we'll have a series of shows, local, with video crews. You can do this stuff for almost nothing now. Pay people well, though. Somebody's good at sound. Somebody's good at camera. They should get paid. But back in the day, I charged people 100 grand for a video. 100 grand just to do a video. We were charging, I don't know how much Gatorade paid for their national convention, but That was huge money. I think Eli Lilly, we paid him, was 750K to do a sales launch event with the media. Now you could do it for almost nothing. And it comes out better because you just got a camera crew roaming around. If they know how to use sound, they know how to do the sound, they know how to run a camera, they know how to edit. But you don't need that for everything. Restream right here. We got little 15 little clips. They're going to take this thing, they're going to dump it into clips. I could put out 20, 50 clips a day. Just me. We're going to have this for 36 people and eventually a couple hundred people as we launch this product. It's going to take a year to launch what we've got on the entrepreneur experience, but the first launch is, let's see, I can't ever remember dates. Terrible. March 17th. And we got something for people who are like, well, I don't understand who's your avatar? Who's your target market? I don't think like that. So the answer is, it's the wrong question. The right question is, how do you describe this? And I got some help from Mark in our group. And the answer is everyone describes it a little differently in our core group. Here's how I describe it. The way I describe it is we're in a moment of realization in the society that it's an arms race to succeed in self-employment. And the top 1% are taking more and more and more of the resources and the influencer stages and the technology money, technology founder mode, and the financial founder mode money from family office money, private equity money, VC money, bankers of various sorts. And but we're smarter because we're doing real things. Who's we? The 100 million people that have been figuring this stuff out for 4 years, or like me since I was 7. I've wanted to do this since I was 7 years old. I just didn't understand what was going on. And I didn't understand through most of the journey. But I know what I'm doing in business development, entrepreneurship, community. Inner development's a very important piece of this, as well as understanding markets. And change. I'm a change expert because I change and flow with what's next because I get crushed. I've been in the island of lost toys more times than I can describe. My life is a action adventure movie with a series of car crashes or fatal, almost fatal in many cases. And not only surviving that, but coming out the other end of the destruction, shaken, and then to succeed again in a totally different area is the project. Those are the experiments that connect into today. I know people like me and meet them every day. Now, some are not like that. They're corporate, ex-Amazon, ex-Target, ex-Walmart. Why are they ex? Where are those people going to go? Where are the top people going to go when Amazon says, or Google says, come back to work? You know what my answer would be? Screw you. I'm going to win against you. I'm going to take your customers. I'm going to take your ideas. I'm not going to violate my non-compete or my because these people are locked up with contracts because they're afraid. These corporations are afraid. That's why they're going to lose. The good ones are going to win. I spent years in corporate headquarters, 3M, SC Johnson, Harley Davidson, State Farm, Oshkosh. You don't even know what that is probably. Inland Steel. You probably don't know what that is either. We did their 100-year anniversary event with a comedy troupe. Incredible people, incredible company, Chicago. They had their own building, gone, sold it to an Indian steel company. That's what happens. Change. We used to have banks everywhere. I remember my account lists, the NAICS codes, the SIC codes, the lists, the cold calling I did for years. Cold calling, including getting meetings, going to corporate campuses, Abbott. All the time I spent at Abbott in that little house waiting for the executives to let me in. Super secure at Abbott. Baxter. Then I had free range at Baxter for about a year and a half, and the money flew in from their different product divisions because I was there. My mentor called it "Get the keys to the kingdom." That's B2B sales. Get the keys to the kingdom. Once you're in, you're in. I got a deal with Allstate. I got the keys to the kingdom, and the company I worked for, run by financial people, fired me. That's how stupid these people are. They're afraid of you. If you're good, they're afraid of you. That's why you're going to beat them. That's why they know. They don't know they know, but that's why they're locking everybody up in contracts. I look at Capital One and I'm like, way to go, guys. Great company. Smart. I saw, because they're doing this partnership where they give you a discount. It's smart. They're smart. Chase, I look at Chase and I'm like, I cannot wait to get out of that place and find a local bank. And I'm thinking of Fifth Third if they fix their computer system problems. Chase has good computer systems, but they want to charge me $40 to send a $600 wire to the Philippines. So like, that's extortion. But the tech's good, so you get addicted to it. What I'm finding now is all these little micro companies, their tech is terrible, and working with SaaS companies is a nightmare. But the platform companies are great. Look at Discord and what they've done. Look at High Level and what they've done. Look at Notion and what they've done. I'm 100% in with those people for a few years now. How did they do it? I think every college student in the country, in the United States, and probably globally, is using Notion. Now they can charge, and they're charging a lot. Same with Canva, another brilliant platform company. We've been using Canva for years. It's great. Now they're charging more. They should. They should. They earned it. It's a real company. Look at all the failed companies. Box, Dropbox. It's like one after another. Conflicted copies. Remember that from Dropbox? I can't wait to get out of Google, but we can't get out yet. I can't wait to get out of Apple. We can't get out yet. It's too confusing for me because they don't care and they're in too many businesses. But it was great when it started. We switched to Google Drive right away. The minute and actually I got to speak at 3M through Google's Midwest region when they were selling the Google search appliance, and I walked into that thing and all of a sudden I'm in front of this team at 3M. I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's how it works in this industry. They call it vaporware. Does the data work? Is it going to model it? I'm asking. The answer is, depends who you ask. Ask the money people, and the answer is yes. Here's how you say that. Ask the data scientists, and the answer is, we've never done that before. We haven't done that yet. But they're selling it. I know. I get it. My reputation's on the line with this. So I'm going to try to figure out. Now I got to figure out on my own what's actually real. That catches up with you. And it is today. Because everybody knows. They know. Just some people don't want to see the emperor has no clothes, or the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain is insecure and afraid of the people. The emperor has no clothes. The little boy is telling mommy. And what does mommy say? Shut up. The emperor's still the emperor. How do you take down the emperor? Beat him. Beat him. It's not about them. Who cares? I'm just using their stuff. You can do the same. And we'll have playbooks for this. And it's not just me. I can't do this alone. That's the new model. No hierarchy. I don't have to, nobody reports to me. How awesome is that? Nobody reports to me. This is the best company. This is the best job I've ever had. It's great. And I have a passive income company that I'm not taking passive income from anymore, but allowed me to do this over a long period of time. And you can do the same. I think any human being in the world has the resources inside to do what I'm talking about. And if you've been crushed enough, you've learned how to deal with fear, and you know how to live without security, and you know how to live often without income. And if you figure that out and you're through that on the other side and you're still going, that last mile will connect and you are going to take off and you're going to be the next thing. And if you are good in corporate and you have real skills and you've never been on the island of lost toys like me and the rest of our crowd, it's fine. It's fine. You're still going to win because you're better. And